Hey, everybody. Today I want to talk about something that has shaped my life and my retirement. And I'd like to know if you have experienced this as well. Earl Nightingale called it the power of expectation. And it's one thing to hear a lecture or see a quote about those things, but it's another thing when you look back and realize that these things have played out in your own life, that this idea of that you're creating your future by what you think has really been in play all along. Expectation is quiet and we don't notice it until it's created. Stick with me as I dive deeper into this week's topic. Keep your expectations in check. Let me welcome you if you're new here. But I do want to say if your focus is on spreadsheets and financial planning, this video may not be for you. However, if you are looking for topics on retirement planning like Social Security, Medicare, debt freedom, and so on, you are in the right place. I have hundreds of videos on this channel about that type of retirement planning. Plus, you'll find topics on just-in-time retirement, a mindset strategy that we developed inspired by the Toyota method, where you eliminate waste and align your finances with your goals and values, allowing for an abundant, value-based retirement lifestyle. Please take a look around and dive into our channel, and also visit our website, rebelretirement.com, where you can find a lot of inspiration on retirement planning. Now back to the topic. Expectations in retirement. Have you ever contemplated the idea that every thought, even the small, tiny ones, are shaping something ahead of us? Look, I'm going to be honest with you. This used to really unsettle me because my mind isn't always on sugar and spice and everything nice. I'm a human being. My thoughts are not always positive. And there were times where I really worried about that just one stray negative thought was going to derail my whole future. But eventually I realized that expectation isn't about these individual thoughts. It's about the overall direction of our inner world. It's the thought patterns we repeat over and over. It's a story we quietly tell ourselves when nobody else is listening. Here's the simple but uncomfortable truth about that. When we understand that our thoughts and expectations create our reality, there's nobody else to blame but ourselves. We can't blame the markets. We can't blame the politicians. We can't blame our upbringing. It's just you looking into the mirror at our own reflection and realizing that we are responsible for creating our own future. And I know that's heavy, and I know a lot of people don't believe that. So let me know in the comments if you are somebody that doesn't believe that. And I also want to hear if you do believe that. So again, it's really a heavy thought. It's a serious thought. It's a deep thought. But there is a lot of freedom that comes with that. Earl Nightingale believed that expectation is like a blueprint our life will try to follow, even when we're unaware of it. It's a quiet inner knowing of what we believe will happen. An expectation sets our course. If we expect trouble, we'll see trouble everywhere. When we expect life to participate with us, not work against us, things begin to unfold differently. And I've seen this way too many times to call this coincidence. Now let's look at how expectation weaves itself into retirement. This is a time of life when our inner stories matter more than most people realize. If you expect retirement to be unattainable, if you keep making excuses about why you can't retire, then your actions will quietly match that belief. But if you expect something achievable, something workable, something forward thinking, your life begins moving in that direction before you even take the first step. I want to share this personal story about expectation. When we moved from New Orleans into that little 100-year-old house in Kalispell, it was painted yellow. It had the porch swing. picket fence, and it's the one that I said in last week's video that was spooky. I had already lived parts of that experience in my mind. I had already daydreamed about those exact details at different moments in the past. Not the spooky supernatural details, but the yellow house, the porch swing, and the quaint little neighborhood that we lived in. So through quiet expectation, those things were there, and the address was even 1127. That's the exact date that David and I met. And yesterday, November 27th, was our anniversary of meeting 54 years ago. All of that was alignment and the blueprint revealing itself. And I've learned that if your inner world is clear, life has a way of arranging itself around it. So what are you expecting from your retirement? I know I've talked about the shrinking dollar and how Social Security COLA isn't a raise at all, but that doesn't mean we have to expect it all to be negative. It's simply the circumstances we are faced with right now. We can still have expectations for a brighter future. And I don't believe in voting. I haven't voted in many, many years. So I don't expect that's how things are going to change. In closing, do you think Earl Nightingale was right? Do you think we get what we expect? Do you think we become what we think about? Let me know if this type of video resonates with you. Please give it a like, a comment, and share with others. Please subscribe to the channel for more outside the box retirement content. Until next time, stay curious, stay healthy, and trust your retirement journey. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Marlene with Rebel Retirement, and I'll see you next time.